Hi everyone, it's Jill and welcome to another edition of Jilly Makes a Cake, except for today I'm going to be showing you how to make a homemade fondant. The fondant is going to be made out of marshmallows and powdered sugar. Now, is this cost effective? Yes. Is this time effective? The jury's out on that at the moment. I want to be like an honest baker with you. I like making homemade fondant because I can make it at home. I can make as much of it or as little of it as I want. I know that it tastes delicious, and I know it has, you know, a lot less additives and things like that in it than if I was to buy store-bought ready-made fondant. I digress. Let's dive into the homemade fondant. Here's what you're going to need. You're definitely going to need marshmallows. These ones are Target own brand. I really like Jet Puffed. You get a much whiter, brighter, brilliant white with Jet Puff. We're also going to need powdered sugar. And I always keep a good stock of all of this stuff in the house because I don't know when I'm going to be cooking, I don't know when I'm going to be baking. So I like to keep a good stock of everything. So these are the only two ingredients you need, maybe a touch of water. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to just dive straight in. You're going to open your bag of marshmallows. And it really depends, are you going to make this to roll out and cover an entire cake? Or are you going to do, like I'm going to do today, I'm going to make enough fondant for some cake pops. I only need a small amount of it, but I'm going to show you exactly how to get small, medium or a large amount. You're just going to take a few of the mini marshmallows and you're going to put them in a microwavable bowl. They don't have to be broken up, completely fine. Then I want you to put a tiny bit of water into the bowl and then you're going to chuck them in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Okay, we're back. Like magic, out of the microwave. So I put this in for 30 seconds. I took it out, I gave it a little stir and I put it back in for another 20 seconds. You really need to keep monitoring it. But it's gonna look like this and it's still cooking. So the heat is still inside the marshmallows and that's going to continue to melt down the little mini marshmallows into a nice, smooth, but really sticky consistency. So keep stirring, don't give up, don't keep putting it back in the microwave. Let the inside internal heat keep melting it until it just becomes nice and smooth. Now, if you want super, super white, I would go with Jet Puffed, like I said. This is Target own brand, so I'm going to colour this. I might use it, and I don't mind if it's a little bit cream. So we now have this smooth, runny, sticky mess. Trying to get out all of the lumps, and I use a silicone spatula because for me that works. So we're going to snip off the top of this bag of powdered sugar, and I like to be able to put a scoop inside. You can use whatever you want, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding the powdered sugar to the melted marshmallows, and then you just start stirring. Sometimes I actually put the bowl in the sink and I'll do it in a kind of controlled environment because this stuff goes everywhere. But that's okay because it's fun. So you're just going to stir. It's just going to go everywhere. You're just going to keep stirring, adding, stirring, adding. Two very simple steps. Adding, stirring. So once you've stirred it enough, you're going to have a solid kind of really sticky lump, just like that. Okay, so for the next part, what we're going to do is we're going to get this out of the bowl and we're going to continue adding powdered sugar and we're going to start kneading it until it becomes a fondant. I'm going to add a little bit of cornstarch to my mat. And what this does is this will stop everything from just sticking like you would not believe. But we are going to continue adding our powdered sugar. So let's do that. Let's add another piece in there. Again, it's all trial and error. There's no right, there's no wrong, but you do want to start getting this fondant out of the bowl. So, yes, you're going to get in a bit of a sticky mess, but that will all figure itself out. So, here's the sticky mess that you're going to get straight away. And all you want to do is keep rolling it around in the fondant. And what I do is I actually turn it over and push the powdered sugar into the marshmallow mix. And the more you do it, the less sticky it becomes. And then eventually, what we want to do is we want to get it out of the bowl. You can kind of tip that on there. Okay. We're going to add some more right in the middle. We're just going to start kneading it in. Nobody ever wants to see the mess that they're going to get in making stuff like this, but this is the reality of it. You see everybody who's, you know, so prim and proper on YouTube videos, and they don't show you the actual annoyance and of the mess that it creates, but this is the reality, so that's that. Get it all off your hands. And there you have a ball of fondant all done. Maybe it's taken you a little bit longer. Maybe you're in a complete mess. It's just all about sticking to it, making sure you get your ratios combined, making sure you don't give up on kneading. Now, to keep this moist, you're going to add a little bit of oil to the outside, wrap it in some saran wrap cling film, and put it in an airtight tub. Should last you a good 7 to 10 days. Doesn't need to be refrigerated. If you don't wrap it correctly, it will form a crust on the outside, and then it becomes kind of crispy and lumpy and gross. But the best thing to do is to kind of make this a day ahead. Again, cover it in vegetable oil, and you're good to go. And there you have homemade marshmallow fondant. Happy baking.